Princess Leonor's first visit to Navarre as Princess of Viana, YouTube script. Welcome back to Royal Saga of the Spanish monarchy. If you've been following our journey through the fascinating world of Spain's royal family, you know that today is special. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now because what we're about to uncover involves a 600-year-old title, a region that doesn't always welcome royals, and a moment that left even the most skeptical Navarrese citizens in tears. But here's the part that will blow your mind. Princess Leonor made a decision during this visit that went against explicit advice from the palace. It could have backfired spectacularly. Instead, it became the defining moment of her young royal career. Stay with me, because when I tell you what she did, you'll understand why this changes everything. The title that carries centuries of weight. Let's talk about what Princess of Viana actually means, because this isn't just some fancy royal add-on. This is a title that dates back to 1423, steeped in blood, politics, and the complex dance between Navarre and the Spanish crown. When the heir to the Spanish throne receives this title, they're not just getting words on paper, they're inheriting a relationship, a responsibility, and frankly, a challenge. Navarre remembers. They remember when they were an independent kingdom. They remember the conflicts, the compromises, the conquered pride. So when Princess Leonor arrived for her first official visit as Princess of Viana, this wasn't just ceremonial. This was a test. The streets of Pamplona were lined with people, but the atmosphere was different from other royal visits. There were smiles, yes, but also watchful eyes. Proud eyes. Eyes that said, "Show us you understand what this title means." The moment everything changed. Leonor's schedule was packed. Meetings with regional authorities, a ceremony at the Parliament of Navarre, cultural events showcasing Basque traditions. Everything was planned down to the minute. But then came the visit to the Plaza del Castillo, the historic heart of Pamplona. This is where protocol went out the window. The original plan had Leonor walking through with a brief stop, a wave, and moving on. But as she entered the plaza, something caught her attention. An elderly woman, probably in her 80s, was holding a small Navarrese flag alongside a Spanish one. She was crying. Palace officials tried to guide Leonor forward. The schedule was already running late. But here's what nobody anticipated. Leonor stopped. She walked directly to the barrier, and she asked the woman, in perfect Spanish but with a warmth that transcended language, "¿Por qué llora?" Why are you crying? The woman, overcome with emotion, explained through tears that she never thought she'd see the day when the Princess of Viana would acknowledge Navarre's own identity alongside Spain's. That moment, captured by dozens of phones, has been viewed over 10 million times. The speech that wasn't in the briefing book. At the Parliament of Navarre, Leonor was supposed to deliver prepared remarks about unity and tradition. Standard royal fare. But when she stood at that podium, something shifted. You could see it in her eyes, a decision being made in real time. She started with the prepared speech. But then, about 2 minutes in, she paused, looked up from her notes, and said something that made her handler's hearts stop. But these are just words on a page. Let me tell you what Princess of Viana means to me. What followed was 3 minutes of unscripted honesty. She talked about studying Navarre's history, not just the official version, but the complicated parts. She acknowledged the region's distinct identity. She even referenced the medieval Princess of Viana who inspired the title, speaking about responsibility to the people, not just to the crown. The parliament, which had been politely attentive, erupted. Standing ovation. From everyone. Including representatives who had publicly questioned the monarchy just weeks earlier. The tradition she brought back. Here's where it gets really interesting. After the formal events, Leonor requested something that hadn't been done by a Princess of Viana in over a century. She asked to participate in the traditional Navarrese dance, the arrescu, in traditional dress. Palace officials were nervous. This wasn't planned. What if she made a mistake? What if it seemed like appropriation rather than respect? But Leonor insisted, and what happened next became the most shared moment of the entire visit. She didn't perform perfectly. You could see her concentrating, following the steps carefully. But that imperfection. That's what made it authentic. She wasn't trying to show off. She was trying to honor. And the people of Navarre saw the difference. One local journalist wrote, "She didn't dance like a princess. She danced like someone who genuinely wanted to be part of our story." Why this visit rewrites the royal playbook. What Princess Leonor did in Navarre wasn't revolutionary in the dramatic sense. She didn't make grand proclamations or policy changes. Instead, she did something more powerful. She listened, she adapted, and she showed genuine respect for a regional identity that often feels overshadowed by Madrid. This is the new face of monarchy, flexible, humble, and deeply human. Leonor understood that being Princess of Viana isn't about asserting authority, it's about building bridges. And in a country where regional tensions still simmer, that understanding might just be what saves the monarchy's future. So what do you think? Is this the leadership Spain needs? Did that moment with the elderly woman get you emotional like it got me? Drop your thoughts below, and subscribe to Royal Saga of the Spanish monarchy because Princess Leonor's journey is just beginning, and trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next. Until next time, remember, the best royals don't just wear titles. They earn them.